How we're entering the last quarter of the year, I truly have no idea. I am kind of excited to share with you what's happened over the last 3 months, over the last quarter, and what we can look forward to over the next 3 months before the year is over. The last 3 months have been wild and have also felt pretty stalled, if that makes sense. I am just living in so many different directions right now. It feels like I'm gonna quickly catch you up if you are new here or if you haven't really been closely following along with what's been going on with me personally. At the end of 2023, I had a baby in December, and 3 weeks after coming back from maternity leave, I was laid off from my job and found myself with a baby that I had just put in daycare, gone through all of that emotional turmoil of sending such a young baby to daycare, and then found myself without a job, so no real purpose for my baby to be in daycare, but was stuck in this limbo of, if I pull him out and my other son out and then I find a new job, then I can't get them back into the daycare we love so much, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I frankly felt like I was spiraling, and the last 3 months, the last quarterly update, I shared that I was still struggling with that, and I still am struggling with that, even though I did accept a really flexible job that we'll talk about more in a second. But the mental roller coaster that I have been through over the past like 9 months now it's been a lot. I'm still so confused as to what I deep down want, and feeling like I'm not sure if I'm fulfilled in what I'm doing or what direction I should be going with my life. And I think the thing that has helped me the most is just talking it out to get to the root of what I want, and that's the source of where I want to go next. I want to figure out deep down what I want and what I'm feeling, and then go that direction. So I want to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. If you have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I have been using BetterHelp since the beginning of the year and have really found it to be such a helpful tool to have therapy at my fingertips. I don't have to leave my house. I personally like doing video calls. I really like that connection of seeing somebody and talking to them. You can also do it through messaging, or you could do a normal phone call if that's something you prefer. I've done that as well. They're really great about using the BetterHelp website. You can communicate with the therapist that's assigned to you and reschedule things, or if you just have like a quick thing that you want to tell them that's going on, that's always an option. And they do match you with a therapist that is based on a questionnaire that you fill out based on what preferences you have, maybe what concerns you have. It could be somebody that specializes in a specific thing that you're going through, maybe a specific trauma or something, and they will match you with a licensed therapist. And if it doesn't work out, you can always switch therapists. This past quarter, I've been experimenting a little bit more with some of their, like, they have group therapy. You could always do couples therapy through BetterHelp, and they have these sessions that you can join that are targeted towards certain things. Like when I first had a baby, I did one for new parents. That one was really helpful. There's all different types of sessions that they have going on, and at all different times, so it can work with your schedule. That's kind of the name of the game, is fitting things into your schedule and not having to deal with the difficulty of finding a therapist, because I know that can be really hard. This has just been so easy. So again, I want to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video, and I do have a discount code that I will leave on the screen here, as well as in the description box below if you are interested in giving BetterHelp a try. I've really found success with it, and like I said, I think I'm finding a lot more peace with where I'm at. For a while, I felt like my identity was taken away when I lost my job, which is so strange because I was never somebody that tied my identity to being a lawyer or the job that I had. My focus has always been my family. I've always really wanted to be a mom. That's what I thought. But when I was laid off, I don't know, I just felt really strange. And maybe some of it was fueled by if somebody asks me, oh, what do you do for a living? I'm just in this limbo point and I don't know how to answer that question. And right now, even if somebody says, what do you do for a living? The job that I have is not necessarily a typical lawyer's job. And though it's something that works so well for me and my family, and I'm really, really happy with it, it almost felt like it's just kind of less prestigious to be doing. So I felt embarrassed to explain to other people that understand law or what I had been doing previously versus what I'm doing now, because it almost might feel like a career step back. But again, it is working really well for me right now. I found that I can do a lot more with my schedule and be extremely flexible during the day, and I can work whenever I want. So I could basically take the entire day off, and then at night I could do some work. I can work it so that I do a little bit more over the weekends when the kids nap or when the kids go to bed. Again, have more flexibility during the week, or I could just hit it hard during the week, kind of in a condensed schedule, and be done and not do anything outside of that. I love the flexibility, and having young kids that are in and out of daycare with appointments and sicknesses and all of that, it has been really wonderful. I will say financially, there has been a strain because I had a really great severance, but that has now ended. And the first month, July, I think when we last checked in, I was like, yay, this is starting. When I say barely made any money in July, I barely made any money because I did one thing in July. So I made $100 in July. That was it. And then August, I still barely made anything because I did make a lot more in August than $100, but still is not a livable salary that I would like to be making as a lawyer. But I had just ramped up probably 2 weeks into August. I basically didn't work 9 to 5 for a full week, which I'll explain in a minute. I was just starting to ramp up. So I was okay with it being less money. This month, I haven't gotten the final numbers, but I believe I've tripled what I made in August. So really great progress. The downside is there's kind of a lag time in payment, so that you get paid out 2 months after a month closes. So the $100 that I made in July, I don't get until September closes out. So that has been interesting. We're fine, but it would be nice to actually have an income coming in because it's been a while. So that's been something we're dealing with. And that probably leads into the first goal for the last quarter of the year. I really want to do like a modified no spend. I kind of want to structure the no spend around sales. And I know that's very strange, but as we go into the end of the year, there are some really great sales, and I don't want to miss taking advantage of those because a lot of things I hold off until Black Friday, or a lot of things on Amazon that I need to restock I haven't been purchasing because I know that they have their beginning of October sale. So I'm going to make exceptions for Black Friday and the Amazon sale at the beginning of October, and kind of try and do a no spend, basically not spending money other than necessities. And I'm going to try and track it a little bit better and give you an update at the end of the year. I also want to do one more little asterisk on that because the boys both have their birthdays and we have Christmas in the month of December. So I want to be able to purchase stuff for their birthdays, both party decorations and gifts for them. I'm going to try and take advantage of sales to do that, but I do want to have a carve out for that. Again, with all of these sales and stuff, I want to be pretty reasonable and still be watching the budget as much as possible. Other life update that really threw off the last quarter was Owen had surgery. He had a cyst on his neck. I've shared this on Instagram, and it is now, gosh, the 4th time he's had to have a procedure and or surgery on it. So the poor guy, I'm really hoping that it was, first of all, a benign cyst, but hopefully it is gone this time because it came back. So it was an unexpected surgery, and that obviously hurt us financially. I was so lucky to have this flexible job. That's what I was talking about, where I took essentially a week and had Owen home from daycare because he couldn't go back to daycare, and was able to spend time with him, and I didn't have to tell anybody at work or take time off. So that was really wonderful. We also did a little bit of traveling over the past quarter. I visited Minnesota to be with my family. I went back to Minnesota again and Jim stayed with my family, but I did a girls trip with my high school friends in Duluth. So those are some of the big things, but in terms of daily routine, last quarter I shared that I had these lofty plans of having like a daily schedule. I did not really get into a groove of things to implement that. So I'm gonna try and do that a little bit more over the next quarter. Like I said, July, I was thinking I was gonna start this job, but didn't really start it. So I was all over the place. August was partly ramped up. Sometimes I was doing stuff, sometimes I was not doing anything, and then having Owen's surgery. And then the last month I've been ramping up a lot more. So the schedule has been so different from week to week that the idea of what I thought I was gonna do for the schedule just has not worked out. So I'm hoping to nail that down a little bit over the next quarter. And then I always think heading into the holidays, I'm just still feeling not great about my body right now and want to work on my fitness and diet and nutrition. And I just always feel so much more successful when I set reasonable expectations when it comes to those things. My go-to in terms of diet has always just been to kind of limit the snacking because I'm home all day. So trying to keep it to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I do 2 snacks. So after breakfast, I need a snack to get to lunch, and after lunch, I need a snack to get to dinner. But really allowing myself to eat whatever I want during those meals and snacks, and trying to have a little bit more of a focus on eating healthy. The thing that I did like before we got married and got in really good shape was I limited my sweets and desserts, and I did receive a comment like, who eats all of the desserts and sweets that you make? Because if you follow me, you know that I bake a lot. Jim eats a lot. I eat some, Owen eats some. We will freeze some and save it for later. He will sometimes take some to work, but I could probably reduce the amount of sweets I have, maybe doing it as like a treat once or twice a week or something. And then exercising, really keeping that consistent and not setting goals that are too crazy, like working out 7 days a week, but I think something more like 5 days a week, or I really prefer to do 6 would be ideal. And even if it's just like going for a walk, this season we're entering right now of fall is my favorite. I want to start implementing family walks again. It was just way too hot this summer to do it consistently, but the past week we have been out every single night doing family walks. The kids love it. I love it. Jim loves it. And it's just kind of a nice thing to do every night with the whole family. So I want to do family walks again, focus on diet and nutrition those ways, get my exercise back to being consistent. And all of this to say that a lot of times people head towards the end of the year and think that, you know, I might as well just wait till January and then we'll just restart in January. You know what? I think this is the best time to set goals and really push towards the end of the year, and then roll over and keep those goals going, maybe tighten them up a little notch when you hit January. But you want to roll into the end of the year with these goals and accomplishing something. And then you can say, okay, I have 3 more months left in the year. What can I get done before the year ends? So if you have a big project or something you've been putting off, this I think is like the best time to do it. The last thing that I want to do in the last quarter of the month is I want to do a grocery challenge again. I really want to track my spending in terms of groceries. I have been doing some meal delivery kit services, and we'll be providing more of a review on that once I test a few more. We just finished up and we're finishing up doing HelloFresh, and I want to try Factor. And I'm doing those meal kit deliveries just to kind of supplement in the meals that we make at home. I want to focus on using up everything in my fridge, freezer, and pantry, trying to be as resourceful as possible, use up food before it goes bad, but also going back to that financial goal. I want to save money and use the things that we have. That was the kind of update over the last quarter, things that we have coming up over the next quarter with all of the holidays, all of the birthdays in this house. We're gonna do a joint birthday party. Super excited for that. I'll be sharing party prep stuff, some of the goals I have. And with that, I think we should jump into product empties over the last quarter. Starting off with home products that I've used up, I did use up one laundry product. I used up a Rosie Suds laundry detergent in the lavender scent. I used this for my towels and sheets. I wanted to test out the liquid version of Rosie because I really do enjoy the powdered version. This is a Thrive Market exclusive product, and I will leave a link to Thrive Market if you are interested in trying it. Rosie is one of my favorite reasons to be a part of Thrive and to purchase from Thrive. They have great cleaning products in general, but I did really like the liquid laundry detergent and love the scent. On this one, it's not overpowering or anything. And then speaking of Rosie, I also used up their all-purpose cleaner. It comes in this really nice little pouch, and then I use my glass and silicone reusable spray bottles, and there's 2 refills in this. So you add half of it. There's a nice like little handy line where half is to your spray bottle, and then fill up the rest with water. You have a great cleaner. Works really well, great scent. Other multi-surface cleaners I used, or all-purpose cleaners they're called, Humble Suds. Humble Suds is like my new favorite cleaning brand. I'm sure they don't even know that I'm enjoying it so much. They did send me a few things to try a while back. Like this could have been from 6 months ago, and there was no obligation to share anything. I wasn't paid for anything, but the scents are just so good for these multi-surface cleaners. Their bottles work really well. They are glass, so I could save these and reuse these for other things. They also sell some refills, so you can keep refilling their bottles, which is great. Another multi-surface cleaner that I used up was these all-purpose cleaning strips. And then you put the strips in water in a cleaning bottle. That was also sent to me. Finished up a Mrs. Meyer's candle. This was the lemon scent, I think. Where does it say? Oh, honeysuckle scent. Used that up kind of with the end of summer. And I also used up a sweet orange and mint. This is from Target. Essential oil. Trying to use up essential oils. I have so many of them. I put them on my dryer balls, and I keep them kind of in this category of home and cleaning products because I use them for scent and for cleaning or laundry as well. So let's check out beauty products that I finished up and other things in my bathroom. In terms of beauty and bathroom products that I was able to use up, first of all, I just love sharing this and love tracking it myself because it's so oddly satisfying to have this big pile of stuff, and in the category of cleaning and home products that I was able to use up and move out of my collection. Typically, I've been saying during these updates, I haven't purchased anything. This time was a little bit different. I have added a few more beauty products to my collection, so it's not just all of these products moving out of my collection and nothing comes in. I had the Nordstrom sale, so I bought a few more beauty products. That's pretty much when I buy a lot of my beauty products because I like getting them when they're on sale, and those are some really high quality products and brands that I love that I wouldn't want to pay full price for. I also did purchase some extra, especially like foundation and concealers and powders. I was out because I guess I'm jumping right into it. I used up a couple of them and needed replacements. I don't usually try and buy stuff just because it's on sale. I've talked about this before and have another video where I'm going to talk about this as well. But I also did some reviews on those products as well and made back my money and then some doing that. So it was kind of a win-win, and I try not to buy too much so I didn't have like a big back stock of products expiring, but I was using some up and needed some anyway. So that worked out really well. Kind of like the L'Oreal Infallible line. That's really nice. I had an Essie polish that I completely used up. You can't really see, but it was all the way done. I also used up a little under eye mask. I think I got this for a bachelorette party or something a while back. I used up 3 packs of the Neutrogena makeup remover face wipes. I buy those at Costco. I keep telling myself I'm gonna use less makeup removing wipes and use more face wash. I fail every single time. I still obviously use face wash, but so often I do like a first pass before I get into the shower with a makeup wipe, or do have those lazy nights like I think most people do. I used up some of the little cotton rounds. Those are from Costco. Some Sensodyne toothpaste. One thing that I restocked at the Nordstrom sale, these triad pads. They are my favorite. I usually wipe my face with those in the mornings. I used up one of my favorite deodorants, the Kopari deodorant. This is a natural deodorant. It's aluminum and baking soda free. This is the beach scent. Love it as usual. Then I had their CBD deodorant. Pretty sure this is discontinued. I don't know how long I've had it for. Bought it at the Nordstrom sale probably last year, and it just turns to mush when I put it on my armpits. It was absolutely disgusting. I tried using it several times and like blotting it. It was a no. So that's really unfortunate, and that is going in the trash pile. Then bath and shower products, I used up some of the Target brand, just basic Epsom salts in the eucalyptus and spearmint scent. Very strong scent. And let's see, a Pure C face and body lotion. I just used that for my body. Used it on the kids as well. And then I think this is supposed to be like the Brazilian Bum Bum Boom Boom brand dupe. But it's from Costco. It was a 2-pack of body wash. So I finished up the first one, still using the second one. So that will probably be in the next quarterly update. And then an Aveda Rosemary Mint conditioner in the bulk size, also from the Nordstrom sale last year. So those are all my beauty products. It's a whole lot. I feel great about it. I hope you enjoyed this update. I hope you're also feeling kind of reinvigorated as we move into the last quarter of the year. We can knock out some goals before the year is done and then set some new intentions again for next year. Wild that we're even talking about that. I am so excited, and hopefully you are too. But until next time, I will see you all later.